join you from Northwest Stadium, just outside Washington, D.C.
Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one started. And off we go in our nation's capital. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10.
So out comes the Washington offense onto the field.
And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
Only played 7 games last season due to injury, but when he's 100% healthy, his Washington Commanders are a threat to anyone.
A first carry for Rachaad White.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
He's taken
That's the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They keep it on the ground. White again. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Greg Dortch back deep.
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Lions will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
A nice season individually last year, 4th straight year with over 4,400 yards passing. But the team missed the playoffs for the first time since 2022. He and the Lions expecting redemption this season.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Credit the stop there to Leo Chanel getting into the backfield and stopping him in his tracks.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Goff now to throw.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. As the home team's offense makes their way back out, we show you the defensive coordinator for the visiting team. His guys looking to come up with a stop here in this tie game.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Now Daniel's going to give it up on the touch pass. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return.
And it will be first and 10 as they take over. The Lions go back to work as you get a peek at their offensive coordinator, Drew Petzing. He is as intense and as focused as you'll find in this business, and all eyes, including his, are on what is to come in this next possession.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at their 36-yard line.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
And that is incomplete.
Not much happening offensively here early on. That's 2 drives and 0 first down. This defense, they've come to play, and they're the better of the 2 units here so far.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
So out comes Washington's offense to take over.
We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here first and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
To the air goes Daniels.
Going deep for Diggs.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
To throw is Daniels. Setting up the screen, Krosky Merritt. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Daniels looking to throw. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
Here comes third and about a foot. They'll try to run for it with Krosky Merritt.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but third and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Throwing now is Daniels.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Daniels from the gun on third down.
And the pressure gets to him again. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard. But more importantly, it leads to 4th down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together. Goff.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Here's Goff.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's a gain of 20.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Adafe Owe so quick, and he gets to him there behind the line.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. From the gun, here's Goff. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gibbs. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Here's Goff.
That is caught.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Isaiah Pacheco.
34 yards.
And the Lions will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Extra point attempt to come here. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0.
Makes the score Lions 7.
So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense.
So far they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start out here with the option left. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now Daniels.
He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First grab so far for Diggs. It's a first down.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
And the slot man goes in motion left. They go play action. Daniels.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Incomplete.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Daniels with a give to Krosky Merritt.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here's Daniels. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free.
Daniels going to throw for it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So a big play there on 4th, and now 1st and 10 at the 30.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Back to throw now on 1st down.
A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Gets around him. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Daniels. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer. But he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Daniels. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Daniels.
That is into the hands of Krosky Merritt.
And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
They'll go. It's Krosky Merritt.
And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing.
Time for another look at this Lions offense.
Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Gone.
Oh, a short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now it's Goff off the bootleg. Open man here is Conklin. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Goff.
Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs.
And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Here's Jack Fox on to punt.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw. Daniels. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this 2nd quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Now a toss left side with Krosky Merritt.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Working out of the gun, Daniels.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. And sacked back at the 31.
An 8-yard loss.
It'll be a loss of
Brings
8
up
on the
4th
sack,
down.
and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Jake Moody on now for the Washington field goal.
This one from 48 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Commanders 3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Jake Moody to kick off.
So following the
Washington.
touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away.
Ooh, with a juke.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own
And
30-yard
Detroit
line.
getting set to go now.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Jameer Gibbs, the ball
And this will
carrier.
wind up a Lions first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
A gain of 11
We use the word relentless a lot with
And
guys
the
who are
Lions
aggressive on the field.
first down.
In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Going back to Gibbs on first down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
2nd down and 8.
Now Goff. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
In motion, the tight end.
Gibbs will try and pick it up.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. The drive starts with a run by White. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Opting to run again here with White.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 9. To the air goes Daniels. Short throw here to the tight end Bates.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This offense so far on 3rd down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Daniels going to give to Krosky-Merritt.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Daniels looking to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Now a handoff to Krosky-Merritt.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. To throw is Daniels.
And that is incomplete.
So now here in the 2nd week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
counter play. Here's Gibbs.
Fighting through it. He's got space. And not a whole lot to speak of there, so bring him down shy of the 20. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Now it's gone. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Goff. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it.
And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The last thing I want to do is not give Amon-Ra St. Brown his due, because he is one of the most consistent receivers in the league, but he's much more than that. Tough, gritty, competitive. His 3rd straight year last year with double-digit touchdowns for his Lions.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
St. Brown in motion right.
Now a play fake, and it's gone.
He'll go right back to St. Brown.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
At the 38-yard line.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 6.
Goff throwing again. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards that time for number 14.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Here's Goff.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
2nd and 10.
Here's Goff. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Play action. It's Goff.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here's Jack Fox now,
as he's on for the 5th time here today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
The Washington offense set to take over.
And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Slings this deep from McLaurin.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Now Daniels.
He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here's Daniels.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts
as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. A run inside. Krosky Merritt. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. A final shot before break. Daniels.
He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half.
Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And this will wind up a Lions first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Gibbs straight ahead.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside. and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Goff now looking to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Still going. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams.
63 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Commanders 3.
The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards.
And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Commanders' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Daniels.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third
and 16.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
A run out of the gun. Here's Krosky Merritt with it.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Daniel's going to run it himself here.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Krosky Merritt is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the 1st half, and that trend is continuing here.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Daniels.
Here's White. They set up the screen. And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. Rashad White from 4 yards out. And the Commanders are back within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the 1st half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Two-point conversion.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense.
Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
Well, this is caught by Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
First down, Detroit.
Here's Gibbs.
A little juke. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, just like last play.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Another run for Gibbs here. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
45-yard line.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Goff now to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll make it 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Back to throw. Goff. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And that one hits at the 7 but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Commanders preparing for their next possession. Looking to put a drive together. The drive begins with a carry by Krosky-Merritt. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. Play action, now it's Daniels. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
Goff now looks to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
On 4th down, on is Jake Bates for the Lions field goal.
From the left hash, this from 46.
Bates' kick is good.
And that'll push the lead up to 8. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here we go on the next drive for Washington. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
Looking to put a drive together. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Working out of the gun, Daniels.
And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now Goff. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a 1st down. They'll fake the give. Now Goff.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
In the 3rd quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming.
To the air again. Goff.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Odafe Oweh showing off the pass rush skills.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needed to come up with something here on 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And the Commanders will take over, but backed up deep in their own territory.
Looking to put a drive together.
They'll start on the ground with Krosky-Merritt.
Fighting his way through contact.
Off to the races. Inside the 20.
Touchdown, Washington.
Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. 88 yards. And the Commanders are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2.
The Commanders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and run it here. And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for 2 fails.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Back now here on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Deron Payne busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now back to throw. To the left side, he finds Slaw. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's Lane. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Commanders' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 37-yard line.
To the air goes Daniels. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Bates. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
That's good.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, here's Krosky Merritt. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 125 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. To throw is Daniels. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, 2 good plays on this one, Brandon. The first one at the quarterback because the pressure affected his throw, and I think it forced him to throw away from his designated target. And how about the second bit of pressure downfield? Receiver going up for the pass, helping force that incompletion.
Daniels looking to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Aleem McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop him.
Third down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So they'll try to move the ball closer here on third down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to fourth down.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
Going back to Gibbs on first down.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now it's gone.
That is caught.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams
With his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Lions use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now the try here for the point after. And that makes it a 9-point game.
Makes the score Lions
Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Oh, nice move. And able to get this out to the 25. The home team's offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now.
looking to put a drive together.
Now Daniels. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here's Daniels. Setting up the screen, Krosky Merritt. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Oh, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington.
Here comes Dortch on the return.
It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jamison Williams and the Lions get set for this next possession.
He's north of 150 yards in this game. He's been doing his thing, hasn't he?
That he has, and he's been enjoying himself. And it's the type of game that you get locked into a pretty good groove. May not be record-shattering, but it's the type of game that if you accumulate that throughout a season, you can be one of the top receivers in the game.
See how much they incorporate him here on this drive.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you, to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 3rd down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
A give, right side for Gibbs. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 23.
It's a gain of 10.
Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Now a play fake, and it's gone. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Gibbs is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you. And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Bates' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Washington offense back out there. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it's second down. A good start there on this 4th quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time, all right? It's not like, they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. He gets this complete to Diggs.
And I think he just wanted to give the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
A lot on the line here, even for just a preseason game. Jobs to be won and lost. It's 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
And a Commanders 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10. That's complete to Traylon Burks. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
That's another.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing now is Daniels. That's caught by Davis. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the
They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Here we go. 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Jake Moody now for the point after. And this is back to a 5-point game. That time a 9-play drive. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. So with an even 30 seconds to go, everything will come down to this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team.
And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though. Now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
The Lions offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we sign off from Landover.